Alright, hello, hello, hello. This little guy, he came in fully pelted. There will not be a mane for this little guy. Normally, if you're going to do a pelt removal, most groomers are going to put the cat straight into a line cut, but in his case, he doesn't even have a mane that's salvageable. So we're going to put a tight tiger head on him. So we're just saving the part of his head that's going to stay, and then he's going to keep his tail, right? You're very cute. He's like, I know. You're adorable. You're adorbs. You're adorbs. You're adorbs. You're adorable. You are. Alright, so my favorite clipper for a pelt removal is the one is off. So let's get that started. It's going to be tight because he's pelted in his face. So alright, let's get his nails done. Waka waka. Holy moly moly. There. Alrighty then. Now, Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Lord have mercy. Mm-hmm. 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 El magnifique. Can't even say that. Bonjour. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Samantha. That's all I know. That's all I know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so his pelt's about to come off, so get this party started. I guess we'll use a happy hoodie. Wow. 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 There. Here we go. He got his bed on standby. Where are you going? Alright, we'll go this way. The comment was, why is the, you do when the cat is pelted, right? Yeah, you can't fix that. You can't undo pelted fur, right? So you just called yourself out as not knowing anything about cat grooming, right? With all due respect. You want to keep the tail natural, but yeah, there's a problem with that tail. See what we can do. We'll see what we can do. And yes, the cat is being sheared like a sheep because there is no other way to help this cat, right? With all due respect. With all due respect, shut the fuck up. Just saying. With all due respect. Alright. This tail, as magnificent as it is a problem. It's a problem. Okay, where is it? I don't see it. Are you sitting on it? You think what? The mat breaker. It's here somewhere. I just held it up in my last live. I'm talking about it. And now it's not here. Yay! Good old mat breaker is gone. Ah, here it is. Ah, voila. Voila. Alright, so here's how we're going to use that mat breaker. We're going to get this tool underneath these mats to try to break them up, right? Otherwise that cat's tail would have had to have been shaved. Nothing left of it, right? Clear. Alright. Alrighty then. Where are we now? He's like, I don't know. Just make it snappy, lady. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You want the heater on? He's like, yeah, I feel a draft. Alright, let's put the heater on. You want your bed? He's like, yeah. Right. What happened to your feet? You have it on that side too? It looks like you got an IV. So I guess I should match his other boot to the IV on this leg. Much? No, there is, it's not like that there's much choice. There's no choice. There's no choice when the cat is pelted, right? There's only one choice, and that's to shave it out, right? I'm sure that's what you meant, but semantics, right? Not much and no, in my world, means two different things, right? Looks like he was in the hospital for something because he's got his IV shave drip on his arm, which means half of his boot is shaved off. So I'll have to match his other side to that side. He never mentioned anything, but waka. Waka waka. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's a cutie patootie. Cutie patootie. He's like, unhand me, woman. Mm-hmm. There. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In the cheeks. So we gave him a tight tiger head. Mm-hmm. All right. You did it. Are you helping? He's like, yeah. Are you helping or are you just trying to get away? He's like, I wasn't trying to get away. Look at his eyes. Oh, Elizabeth Taylor eyes. Look at him. He's got the purple. He's got the purple in him. Wow. Look at that. Wowza. Crazy. Beautiful. Oh, where was the other one? About 2 inches? Yeah. Right around there. Don't be kicking the kipper. Mm-mm. No, no, no. Mm-mm. 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 What are you doing? Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, gotcha. Gotcha. Sorry. Mm-hmm. You're not leaving. We got one leg left to do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gotta get in there a certain way. Yeah. He doesn't have a cone on his head. He could just reach up and bite me if he wanted to. But I don't think he's going to. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Close up. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. All right. If you look at the title of the video, it'll tell you the cat is pelted, right? So you cannot just save a pelted cat. There's only one way to deal with a pelted cat, and that's to shave it down, right? FYI, don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know? How don't you know that? Hmm? That. No. No. Fine, be that way. Alright. Wow. 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 Wee. Cool. Yeah. Pelted cats. Yeah. Mm-mm. No, you can't save that. You're so cute. You're just so cute. Gotcha. Alright, let's get him in his top. No. No, we don't want to do that. Imagine the way that I stare. Dee 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 dee. What breed? This is a Persian cup. Hello, Deidre. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Persian. Shuji, he's sitting on my laptop. Oh shit. Shit. I don't know why you think that's such a good idea. My cat is a laptop killer. Yeah, they're cutie. Cutie patooties. Cutie patooties. This one especially. This cat was born and bred for a No, he's a cream color. It's basically cream. Oh, you think it's just him being dirty? No, he's got a cream to his color. Flame point? What do you think? A little bit of flame point? I don't know. I'm not really good with colors, so it is what it is. Wow. Wow. Boop. Onto your eyes. His eyes are the beautiful blue purple color. You know that song that Elizabeth Taylor song? He's got those eyes. When the light hits it a certain way, it's purple. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Yeah, you'll be a kitty patootie. Kitty patootie. Wow. Alright. Tiny bubbles. Wow, 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 wow. Tiny bubbles. Wow, 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 wow. Alright, ready, steady, here we go. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. You're like heaven's touch. I wanna hold you so much. I ain't no stinking sheep, Jessica. She calls you a sheep. She's like, what is she now? Yeah. Alrighty then. You ready? You say for what? For what? For getting your face washed. You scared, Daryl? He's like, nah. If you use the right techniques, most cats will allow you to do, you know, within reason. They're willing to negotiate with you, right? So, he's at natural temper. I mean, he just had his pelt removed, and he worked with me the entire time, right? They're willing to negotiate if you use the right techniques. Two-thirds of the time, or 75% of the time, they're willing to work with you. But there are some cats who, yeah, they don't really have very good negotiating skills, and you would need to pre-treat them prior to doing anything, you know? Yeah. Hey, you little boardies. You get your little boardies. The little boardies. Steady, steady, here we go. Wow. Waka waka. Don't drown. Don't drown. I don't know, see a flame point? It's an illusion. I have a special app for that. Right now this cat is really kicking and screaming. Yeah, this cat is really kicking and screaming right now, but you know, I got this cat grooming app. You know, it works amazingly well to fool the public. Right? You can't even hear it, can you? He's screaming like a banshee right now. It's just an illusion, people. You gonna put your head up? You're not gonna let me? Alright, well, do it that way. Well, I just don't know, little one. Here, we gotta get your head rinsed off without drowning you. So apparently, you're never supposed to wash the face of a cat, Persian cat, because you'll drown them. Can you believe that was one of the social media posts coming from a groomer who works for a veterinarian? Yeah. Yeah, the only way you're going to drown a cat is if you as a groomer are washing a cat who's fully sedated and under anesthesia and you're not paying attention to what you're doing. Yeah. But, there we go. You did it. You did it. Did you eat some? He's like, yeah. Well, I don't know. Can we rinse your mouth out? You know, my mom used to do that all the time. Who else? Raise your hand if you got the soap in the mouth treatment. Anybody? Where the hell did that ever come from? What was the whole point of that? Wow. Wow. Good. Ready? You think I guess so? To your eyes. Eyes. Beautiful eyes. Alright. Here we go. No, we're not leaving. You think your head's done and now it's time to leave? He's like, yeah. No. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. You got bit by a cow? Cow's bite? Wait, what? I didn't know that. Wait, what am I missing here? Cow's bite? Ouch. Probably a lot like a horse, right? Hello. Explain the circumstances. I wanna hear all about the cow bite. Never heard that before. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, but what were the circumstances? Were you feeding it? Were you trying to feed it? She wouldn't move and she grabbed you. Were you trying to tell a cow to move? I just can't wrap my head around this. Oh, in the street? The cow was in the street? So apparently somebody who just joined a live missed the beginning of the video, which shows a fully pelted cat arriving to my salon, right? So I guess you missed that part. I just want to jump in here and assume certain things. Yeah. Okay. Do you know in 4.5 years, as many times as people have threatened to report me, do you know that not once did the police ever come? Not once did I get a call from the SPCA. Not once, people. Nada. Why? Probably because I had the video to show what was actually happening with the cat, right? Yeah, that's probably why, people. So, you wanting to think that the cat is being abused doesn't mean that that's what's happening with the cat, right? Yeah. Yeah, you wanting to believe something doesn't make it so, right? It's just kind of how that works, right? Kind of how that works. Oh God, because she was in the middle. Because she was in the middle of the road. I need more information because I'm not following this conversation. You bit a cow? Wait. People who are going to be watching this video later are going to be like, what the hell is happening in that comment section? Yeah. Okay, so the cow was in the middle of the road, I'm assuming, and you wanted it to move, and it wouldn't, and it bit you. It bit you, and so you bit it back. Is that what you're saying? Mhm. Mhm. And you're a sick fuck. Mhm. Because it was in the middle of the road. Please help me to understand. Please help me to understand. Is that what you're saying? I want to understand. I need to make it make sense. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So you bit it. Wait, you bit the tail of a cow? Do you have any idea how dirty that would be? Like what part? Closer to the butt? Or the tip of the tip? Well, we have a bottom line in our cat salon that, well, why did you delete that message, Catwoman? That person was complimenting me and you deleted the comment, Catwoman. Well, why did you do that? Cat? Hmm? Yeah. Thank you, Judy. Let's see what's happening here. Okay. Alrighty then. Where are we? Alright, here we go. We gotta keep moving. Move it, move it, move it. Okay. Nice and warm. Oh, you were 7. That explains everything. Oh. But then why were you... just so lost. All right, let's move on. Why were you getting it to move? I thought it was because you were driving. But you just said you did it when you were 7, so now I'm even more confused. Wee. All you gotta do is watch the cat, people, to understand how the cat feels about it, right? So the question was, doesn't it hurt the cat when you brush the tail? Pay attention to what the cat is doing. That's all you gotta do, people. Right? Next time you're in a live, right? Next time you're in a live, and you got some groomer talking, right? And everything about what they're saying and wearing and what they're doing is perfect. I want you to shift your eyes and your ears to what the groomer is doing and saying, and look to the animal. Okay? The animal is going to tell you everything you need to know about the state of affairs of what's happening. Okay? That's it. Just, if you ever want to know how the cat feels about it, look at the cat. Look at what the cat's doing. That's all you need to know. You don't need to question it. You don't need to wonder. It's just, oh, thank you. Cats will clearly communicate how they feel about everything, right? And if you do the wrong thing, you're the first. Okay. See if that tail is even close to being done. It's a hot mess. Hot mess. He's like, I'm leaving. This is there's a technique being used right now to brush the tail. I'm not just taking a brush and brushing the tail. I'm using a technique. Look closer. Look closer. You think a cat's going to put up with something that they don't like? No, that is not how a cat would respond, right? They might tolerate something you're doing. Yeah, they might tolerate it. But they're not just going to sit there if you're doing something they don't like without saying something or letting you know. Never underestimate the intelligence of a cat. You should, however, underestimate or overestimate the intelligence. You should underestimate the intelligence of humans, though, right? Because when it comes to stupid humans and cats, they don't really mix, right? Things don't really go so well, do they? Yeah. You did it. You did it. You did it. Yee. Anytime you see a cat out of sorts and not doing well at the hands of a human, there's usually a lack of intelligence happening on the part of the human, not the cat, right? Mm-hmm. Not that they're not intelligent, it's just they're not using the right technique or have no clue what they're doing. It would be required to have techniques if you're going to want to groom cats. You don't believe me? Try grooming your own cat. Yeah, just try grooming your own cat and see what happens. And then try taking that same cat and bringing it to a trained cat groomer who has techniques and see what that cat does with techniques. Here's a thought, people. Why don't you learn the techniques that would be needed for your cat and try applying that to your cat? Just saying. If you find the right techniques for your cat, they're going to let you do whatever you want. In theory. If you were to use my salon as an example, 3 out of 4 cats can be groomed and kept at low stress levels, working within their natural temperament and techniques. 1 out of 4 cat clients who comes here, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what techniques you know. That cat is stressed. That cat requires a pre-treatment from the owner. If you take if you go to a different salon, where the groomer has no training in cat grooming, the number's going to probably be different. I would say probably 50% of the cats who go to a grooming salon with a groomer who has no training in cat grooming, I would say 50% of those cat clients would require a pre-treatment in order to be groomed at low stress levels, right? Because the groomer's lack of techniques causes the cats to spiral and stress, right? So here in this salon, only 1 out of 4 requires a pre-treatment. Not so that they can be groomed, but so that they can be groomed at low stress levels. Do you understand the difference? Yeah. Yeah. Waka 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 waka. Wee. Wow, 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 wow. Wee. He's like, that feels so good. I know. Alright, let's pull him out. There we go. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. It's like, that's scary. No. That's scary. Look at me. Look at me. You don't trust it? He's like, no. Nah. Go brush. Yeah, he's a cutie. Yeah. He finds it suspicious. It's suspicious. It's suspicious. We need more power, Captain. He's like, I'm out. He's like, I'm out. Alright, well. So much for that. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. With some proper sound reduction. You gonna be alright with that? You think that was scary? Alright, let's try it again. Well, he clearly said no, right? Clearly. Alright, little Bambino. Alright, little Bambino. He's like, here. It's very suspicious. Fine. He can't handle. Alright. Can't handle it. Alright, that's just a little space heater, buddy. There's no way you're afraid of that. Mm-mm. No way. Don't believe it. There we go. Good buddy. Good buddy. Other one? I don't think you need that on anymore. So, we have that all blown out too. You scared me. He's like, I did? Yeah. Would you think I was gonna bite you? Maybe. Brush. Let's go with soft sensitive slicker. $5. $5 on Farmer's Mart and Pettage. That's what? Before my 4:30 shows up. You reckon my 4:30 decided not to come because they thought the snow was coming? Everybody's been told the storm of the century is on its way, right? Bumped into a snow plow truck driver today in my area, and he said 3 to 5 inches, which is a far cry from what people are thinking is going to happen, right? 20 inches. Right? Yeah. 20 inches. That sounds like fun. That sounds like a snow day. So, just so you know, folks, cats in snow. Anyone who's got an appointment and there's snow out or snow coming, they cancel. It's a phenomena. Because that didn't happen with my dog clients. Only with cat people. Cat people do not want to be out and about in the snow with a cat. You are? Like what? Tell me. Tell me. What area are you talking about? And when you say slam, you mean like a blizzard? Tell me. I need to know. I need to know. Two Skulls. Where are you at? East Coast, West Coast, the Midlands. Wait, let me see. What's happening? Ohio, big wind and snow. Like a blizzard. Big wind and snow is a blizzard, Two Skulls. You mean a blizzard? So what did they forecast for you guys? Just curious. Inquiring minds want to know. Is he handling that okay? Or is he having a WTF moment? So what was the forecast for your area? My question is, was your area predicted to get a certain amount of inches of snow? And if so, how many inches? I would say probably the same as us, right? 3 to 5. Il est much tendu. Don't know. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Is he alright? Hey buddy, are you alright? Are you alright? Hmm? Are you alright? Hmm? He's like, I'm just a baby. Mm-hmm. Hi. Hi, hi. Hello. Hello. Waka waka. Oh, I don't think he likes it in there. Mm-mm. Looks like he's had a face transplant. Oh my God. We're gonna blend that in a little bit. Oh, you're not being very nice. Let's take care of that for you, okay? Bye-bye. Toodles. 21? Yeah, it's about that here too. Why is it always the French? Why is it always the French who have an issue with cats being groomed? Hmm? Aren't they the same people who didn't wash themselves? Hello. Something about cleaning things is a problem for you? Just saying. That's the French, right? Yeah. Pretty sure that was the French. They're proud of their BO for some reason. I don't know. It's a makes sense in the French in the French culture. People, it's important to smell. Isn't that where the smelly cheese comes from? Bingo. Yeah. Something about cleaning things makes the French get triggered. Was texting and modding and walking Gunner out in that icky weather just now. Oh, you mean it's not like a nice powdery soft snow? It's icky? That means, but it's 21 degrees. So it should be a nice soft powdery snow. Unless you just think snow is icky. I don't think snow is icky. There were years when the snow would come and it would go up to my waist just to get into the parking lot here. And then for the next 3 days, it was like heaven. Because I would be the only one working. And how can it be a wet snow if it's 21 degrees? So it's like oh, that is icky. That is icky. I was thinking we were going to get that nice soft powdery snow. How you doing, buddy? You doing better? He's like, yeah. I got this. I got this. let me vacuum up. I can still hear you guys. So feel free, when the cat is in a dryer box like that, so that's usually when I do the Q&A, feel free to ask a question. You like? Should I save this to answer people's questions about why the cat was shaved? But wait, there's more. Here, I'll just save that. I hope I get a snow day tomorrow. Chances are very high. Cat people don't like snow. I can say that because I used to be a dog groomer. Dog people didn't cancel when it snowed. The same people who don't believe in washing or bathing yourselves, right? You prefer to smell. Why is that? Why are you trying to input your standards of hygiene onto a cat? Why? Why? Just an observation. That's all I'm trying to do. Just asking a legitimate question. I guess it's a thing to smell. I don't know. Don't ask. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. Alright, ready, steady, here we go. Ready, steady, here we go. Wham. Freedom. See what? Me? E3? E3. Is that code for something? I don't know what that's code for. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, we'll put the space heater on. He's not suspicious of that. Some cats, the only drying option you're going to have is the space heater. It's the only thing that they're not suspicious of for whatever reason. Probably because it's so quiet. Oh, okay, gotcha. You can see where the pelting was the tightest, right? You're like, what's pelting? This, right? This. And then once it gets really tight, it starts to pull the fur out of the cat, creating skin irritation and balding, right? So that's where you see that pink part. Yeah, that's what that means. That's where the pelting was the tightest, right? Capiche? Capiche. I don't know if I have a top small enough to make for him. I can make some baby clothes, cat clothes out of baby clothes, but it's kind of small. I'll see what I have. I might have something. When you take a pelt off of a cat, they're so used to having a certain amount of heat trapped into their coat that when you take it off, they can be very susceptible to a chill, right? So that's why it's important to keep the space heater going and then to insulate them afterwards, right? If you notice, as a groomer, when you first take a pelt off a cat, the first thing you're going to notice is how hot the skin is. And I don't mean because from the clipper, you know, no, I mean the skin is actually hot from the pelt because it's trapping all of the heat in the cat, right? It's almost like a form of survival. I can see how that pelt would come in handy to help certain cats survive certain things, right? It's almost like an armor. Okay, someone's at the door. Let's put you back in. See who's at the door. He's definitely a flame point now. At this point, I can see him better. Thank you. Forgot to push the button. Sorry. What was I trying to say? He looks like he has a face transplant when he looks off to the side, because it went from pure pelting to fuzzy head, so I'm trying to blend it all in a little bit better. And I wanted to say thank you to the oh, thank you. I wanted to say thank you to Islander, right? Yeah, thank you Islander, for your lovely comments. And thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that very much. It's so refreshing to Skulls to have people come on to our lives who are not French, not trying to, you know, be mean. I don't know what it is about the French and cat grooming. I don't get it. Can someone explain? There's got to be a reason. Just can't think of what that would be. This is tricky, people. Thank you. There we go. Are we there yet? He said, yeah, I think so. Alright, what about the tail? Do the tail. Get that fluffed out. This is probably one of the most magnificent tails I've ever come across on a little tiny Persian like this. Just to give you an indication of what kind of breeding he came from and why he probably quickly pelts up. The quality of some cats' coats are different from other breeders, right? And he's just pure show quality, right? But that is something that not every pet owner can even handle. I don't think it's even what they signed up for half the time, right? What are the chances, what are the odds that the breeder of this cat even told the owners what the maintenance of their grooming of their cat was going to be? I think these breeders just have it in their head that they're like, oh, let's just have the owners figure it out for themselves, right? Yeah, we won't say anything because we don't want to jeopardize the sale of our baby Persian boy, right? Yeah, let's just have the owners figure it out for themselves. They'll learn, right? I swear that's what's happening. Half of these breeders. Because I always ask whenever I get a new client. I always ask what was the grooming recommendations from the breeder. And then the owner looks at me blankly and says, what are you talking about? They were never told. So you were never told that if you didn't keep your cat groomed, it was just going to fully pelt up. I had a cat who was 9 months old, straight from a breeder, in full pelt. In full pelt. Shuji, you can't. You just can't do that. You can't do it. No, you can't do it. My cat loves to unalive laptops. By hacking up on them, sitting on them. Here, I'm giving you a nice loose one, so you'll be happier. He's like, well, I ain't happy. Don't believe the hype, people. Happy hoodies don't make you happy. What are you gonna say that for? Makes lots of cats happy. Don't believe the hype, people. You're so cute. You're so cute. Alright, so he's all set for the holidays. Okay, other side. A little flame point. Beautiful specimen. He's like, I am? Yepper. Beautiful. A beautiful specimen. Don't curl up. Don't be curling up. You're curling up. A little bit smaller on this side to match his other boot. He's like, unhand me, woman. You're not helping. Nope, you're not helping. There, got it. Got it. Got it. So we got to come up with a French saying so we can let these French people know that yes, we do believe in bathing ourselves and our cats, and that maybe they should just, you know, not try to inflict their personal hygiene onto Americans. It's a thing. Wee wee. Alright, he did it. All done. Do you think he can handle? No, I was gonna fluff him with a fluffer dryer, but he can't even handle that dryer, so we're gonna do it this way. Let's clean that part up a little bit. There. Just kind of get that away from the poop. The poop. The poop. There. You did it. Are you cozy? He's like, maybe. You're just gonna sit there? He's like, sure. Let me go look for a top. I don't think we have any this size. I'll check. I'll check. Maybe. Maybe, baby. Nope. Oh, black one. That might fit him. Nope. What, that one? Nope. Yes, no. I don't have anything his size. Alright, well, normally you would do a double insulated top. So I put all of that information in a link. It's in the mainlion.live. If you click on that link, go down to Calming Cat Guide. And I basically put all of the information that I learned with our 8-year case study of gabapentin and combined that with what was being taught by Fairfree, right? So all that information is right there under the Calming Cat Guide, right? And as far as line cuts, a line cut is like a litmus test for any groomer. who might be advertising cat grooming, the same as how Chef Ramsay asks a chef to cook an egg. If you cannot cook an egg the same way a lot of dog groomers can't um, put in a lion cut, yeah, you need to go. You should be fired from that kitchen, right? Yeah. That's a litmus test, people. If you can't even do a lion cut. Just FYI. Same as the egg for chefs. What was I saying about a pelted cat? When you take the pelt off, they're susceptible to getting a chill because it's trapping all of that heat in them, so it's important to protect them after the pelt is removed. By what? Keeping them cozy and putting some insulated tops on afterwards, right? Alright, so I use baby snaps for these clothes. You can do a hand stitch if you want. They even have those handheld little sewing machines. You use that. There. And all you're going to do is just cinch these flaps together permanently so that they don't you might want to double check what training those groomers have in cat grooming. 90% of the time they don't have any. What is the litmus test? Go to their website. Any groomer who has furthered education in cat grooming will be bragging about it, and they will be listing it on their website. If you do not see further where they got their cat grooming training, that means they have none. Which means what? Which means what? Sorry to break the bubble. Which means you didn't do your research. You brought the cat to an untrained cat groomer. You did it, right? So, who's at fault? You both are. The owner's at fault for not doing their proper research, and in my opinion, the groomers are breaking a law by falsely advertising services they have no training for. It is a law. There is a lawyer who is looking into that. And once she breaks down the path, because there is usually a legal path to everything, she's going to break down the path, the legal path to what these groomers are doing. Right? I will keep you posted. They've been getting away with it for far too long for no other reason than they know, the pet industry, that cat people don't fight back. They are miles apart of the typical dog owner. How do I know this? I used to be a dog groomer. What is the first thing I noticed when I went into cat grooming? How different cat people were to dog people. Cat people were a softer, gentler people, right? When you're dissatisfied with your services as a groomer, what's the one thing that most cat people are doing? They're just leaving and taking their cat, and they just never return, right? So these groomers are not creating a repeat client base. I'm sure there's plenty of groomers out there who are really good with cats. I'm talking about the groomers who have no training, don't know what they're doing, and they're completely terrorizing. Just as what was shared to me in the comment section of a cat who was never the same after her owner brought her to a grooming salon. And so my advice to that owner was to check out that groomer's website. And what you're going to find is that groomer probably had absolutely no training in cat grooming. There are laws being broken, people. I have a lawyer who will be getting back to me regarding what that path is. Right? But false advertising, yeah. Here's the breakdown. Here's part of the path. If cats are deemed property, so this cat is no different from your back shed or your roof or your driveway. If you were to hire someone to do your driveway, roof, or back shed, and they screw it up, what do? You go to court. You get your money back. You then get more money to pay someone else to do it right? If you watch Judge Judy as many times as I have, you'll understand that. So that's part of the path, people. If a cat is deemed personal property in the eyes of the law, no different from your driveway or hiring a contractor to fix your floor, right? They say they can do your floor. They falsely advertised it. They've never put in floors before in their life, you know? They falsely misrepresented their services to you. They went into your home and then screwed everything up. Now you got to pay someone else to fix their problem and do it right? You will win every time, people. That is part of the path. All right. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Talk to you next time. All the best. 2 skulls. I have one more cat to do. His name is, let's give him a stage name, is Schmexy. Schmexy. The Schmexy Stallion is his stage name. Anyway, if I go live, I will be going live soon, right? Like in 15 minutes maybe. Anyway, so when you remove the pelt, he's falling asleep. It's important to protect that heat source. Make sure that you don't allow that cat to get a chill, right? Yeah. Any skin irritation that has, it'll clear itself up in a matter of a few short couple of days. Just oxygen alone getting to that skin is the best thing for that cat. Thanks, Islander. Yeah, I may or may not be back on the live. This snowstorm is doing my head in. Barometer does the drop in pressure does some funny things. All right. To people sometimes. All right. Here you go. Everyone always complains because they never get to see the finished product. So that was this. You can go back to the beginning of the video, right? And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Love you. 2 skulls. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Bye.